Hello, I think we might actually be live. Getting used to a few different things here, but I'm hopeful that you are joining me. I'm going to share with you, I'm going to go ahead and turn my screen because I think it's just easier that way, but if you are joining me live, I am so happy that you're here. Finally working through some technical difficulties, which is always the challenge, and I'm getting better all the time, so we're looking forward to that. So I'm going to switch my camera here. So I'm going to share a project. It's one I've actually put together for a card swap. I participate in a couple different demonstrator swaps every month, and so I wanted to use new projects and new products for what I'm working on. So I'm going to use the Seaside Wishes. Last I checked, I know this is still showing, at least the bundle is showing unorderable. It will be available hopefully soon. I'm hoping here by the first part of June. But I wanted to share this fun card. This is using one of our hybrid embossing folders. Hybrid embossing folders allow you to use the coordinating dies inside the folder so that you end up with, I'll kind of show quick the card we're going to make, that you can come up with then the very embossed, I'll get it a little closer here, the very embossed details that you find in the embossing folder. So all comes, if you buy the bundle, it is all together. The bundle is a $47.50 in the US bundle. Great stamp set. I love the style of the words. I love the dies. And you will need the full-sized Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for this. So I'm going to kind of go over the products and you're going to need. I'm using the brand new basic beige cardstock. I love this new color. I thought it paired so well with basic white. And then because I thought it needed a little pop, I'm using a piece of early espresso. And so my cardstock is a 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. You need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4, that's for the inside. You need a piece of early espresso at the same measurements, 4 inches by 4 1/4. Then I'm using a piece of 4 1/4 by 5.5 of the basic beige that we're going to do the embossing and die cutting with. And then you want another piece of basic white, and this one's 3 3/4 by 5. Pretty sure of that. I'll get my measurement out. Yes, 3 3/4 by 5. So those are the pieces you need. I'm also going to be using some early espresso ink for the greetings, some iridescent pearls basic jewels to kind of set everything off, and then some Wink of Stella, which I believe might also, it's been off and on the availability list. So first I want to show you how you use these wonderful folders. So I'm going to grab my machine. I'm going to move all these other things kind of out of the way. Get my machine in here. The big bad boy is what we're going to call it. I love my little mini machine, but I just can't get by without having this in. So you need plate number 1 of the platform. And you're going to want your number 4, which is for embossing. And there are instructions on the plate that tell you kind of what sandwich to use, and this is the one I'm using. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to open up my folder, and you always want that fold of your folder to be going through the embossing folder, or excuse me, the machine. So I'm going to line up my die in here. So it kind of will let you know when you are lined up how it needs to be. There we go. So got it laying down. It's not going to move. I've got it in the grooves. And I'm going to grab that it's a 4th sheet of the basic beige. I haven't decided what I'm doing with these extra pieces that come out, but I will think of something. I'm going to fold it over. Make sure that, again, that fold is heading toward the machine. I'm going to lay that number 4 plate on top, and I'm going to scroll it through. Like so, and then I can get that machine out of the way. All right, so this project, this card, is going to use most of the dies, and it's going to use a few of the stamps. So get that back on my folder here. So you can kind of see here, this is what you'll end up with. You'll get this piece that I said I'll have to figure out what I'm doing with this. I've got a few of them, and I will figure that out later. But I get these wonderful sand dollars. And I was just this year in Port Aransas, Texas with my family, and it was so fun to be on the beach. Didn't find any full intact sand dollars, but it reminds me of my time in Central California where we would find them all the time in the winter. So I've got those 3 pieces. Then I'm also going to need, and I'm not going to run them through, I already had done them in advance. I'm going to use the seaweed pieces, and I'm going to use the small of the starfish from the dies. And then I'm also going to need from here a few of the stamps. And because I store my dies in with my stamps, I keep the cover sheet kind of on my, over my stamps just to kind of keep them from lifting off. So I'm gonna line up my stamp. I don't need him. I thought I did. I need this one. I guess we used him for something else. So this one's gonna go on the inside. So actually, that might be why I had it sitting there. Nope, I didn't. So, been a while since I've done a live. So I'm going to fold my cardstock, that basic beige, in half. I told you this is a pretty quick card. And I do hope that when you get a chance, you'll try it. And if you don't have this particular set, or maybe these sand dollars don't really interest you, there's another one. It's the citrus stamp set that's in our annual catalog, which I didn't even bring in front of me, that you will really, I think you might really like. And it does the same thing. It gives you that hybrid option. So I'm going to stamp up in this upper right corner the greeting that says, sometimes the simplest things mean the most. And I'm going to just come in, make sure I've got it inked well. Firm foam ink, which is what most of our pads are, you don't want to push hard into there. You want to really just lightly tap. So I'm going to put this toward the top corner. And if I didn't like it, if I thought it was too high, I could move it, because guess what? All paper has 2 sides. But I think that will work. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, actually while we have our paper out, this is the bigger piece, good. I'm going to do the same thing with my inside greeting, which says, you absolutely made my day. And I hope that this card will make your day, that you enjoy a little creativity and stamping. Nothing like a little bit of ink to kind of set everything off. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my 3 3/4 by 5 piece of basic white onto my early espresso. I said this is a pretty simple card. At this point, it's a very plain card because you're going to have to imagine that there are anything on it. So I'm going to pull this in here to center it. Get that just a little bit of a reveal. Like so. Okay, so then what I did is I took let me grab those other pieces that I die cut. Stack them over here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and grab my Wink Stella because I thought it just added something. And so you don't need the whole thing's covered, but I want to make sure I've got some glitter, and it's hard to see that shine. I'll pull it up to the camera when I'm kind of done. So I'm going to put some Wink Stella on all 3 pieces of this seaweed. I had played with color on this and I didn't like how the color ended up looking. And so we went with monotone. And then the other thing I went ahead and put some Wink Stella on was that starfish because I thought he needed a little bit of bling. I don't know why I call everything a he, but you know, I guess that's what it is. So turn it around like so. And I can go ahead and put my lid on my Wink Stella. All right, so I'm going to grab out my liquid glue and this longest piece. There's 3 different sizes. So I want the longest piece, and I'm going to have it on the side that's not embossed. So the back side. Okay, and then I kind of guessed about where I wanted that to go. I want it to come up a little ways here. I'm going to grab the second to the longest piece. Like so. And this one's going to come in a little shorter, like so. And then I took that smallest piece and I'm going to come in with it where it kind of overlaps a little bit. Wanted a little bit of whimsy kind of going on with that. Then I took the largest of the sand dollars and I'm going to put it down with some liquid glue. Get that out of the way. And I kind of, they're not quite centered. I kind of want them here. And I come down in that lower left corner, like so. And then I'm going to take the smallest of them and I'm going to actually put it up with some dimensionals. So some Stampin' dimensionals. Find where I've got them sitting here. Here we go. And I think I'll just use the minis for simplicity because I need minis on, well, I have some in here. You keep them on your desk, hopefully. All right, so here's some more minis. Thought I'd redone them. I only want one right in the middle of my little starfish, and I kind of liked him leaning up here on the corner here. So I got him sitting there, and then I'm going to put a few of them scattered around the back. Like so. Put over here. I think that'll be enough to get us going. Pull those off the back sides of them. Well, or all of it. Not sure what happened there. Push a little harder. There we go. So then I want to tip this one kind of overlapping in the front so that I've got kind of a laid down piece. Now this is for the inside. This is going to go on the front of my card. I want this last one because I have an extra piece. I can't use it and it really kind of added to the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and use this third sand dollar. Reach in front of the camera. There we go. And put him on the inside, which I thought looked really, really good. So all of that, this is going to go down flat. This is a very mailable card. So I'm going to attach to the front. Again, I kept it very simple. It's a little bit smaller on the front, which I liked, so that there's a little more reveal. Didn't want a lot of other color. I really, really wanted that basic beige to kind of shine through. Then I'm going to put some adhesive on the inside. Going to go ahead and line it up here. And voila. Just like that, I've got a really super simple card. Now, I told you I would kind of put this closer to the camera so that you can kind of catch that glimmer that's in all of those pieces I used the Wink of Stella on. Now, not quite done because I almost forgot the embellishments. So it helps. I'm going to take actually one of these larger pearls and put it down at the bottom. And I'm going to use some of the smaller ones. I want just a couple of them. So I like threes. If you've watched any of my videos, if you've followed me before, you know I like threes. You at least want them in odd numbers. So 3, 5, 7. Keep it real. So like that. And so that is this card, and I do hope that you really like that. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. You can use my current host code and order anytime. This code is good through June 7th. And I send thank you notes, handmade thank you notes to all of my customers who place orders in my online store. Make sure that you allow me to send that to you, because if you keep your information private, I don't get your information and can't mail you anything. So with that, I do want to share that starting next Thursday, so May the 30th, I'm starting some free online classes right here on my Facebook page. I'll go live at 2 o'clock, just like this week. If you can't catch me live, no worries, because this will be on my feed, and I will make sure to have it posted on my YouTube page as well. And to watch is completely free. I'm going to make 4 different projects. The plan is to use the Spotlight on Nature bundle. It's new in our annual catalog. And it's free to come and watch. If you would like the Make and Take project, so the packet of all the different cards minus the stamp set, minus any ink and embellishments, if you spend $45 or more, I will mail a packet, one each of each design. There'll be 4 different designs to you the week following. And so the ordering period is going to be from Monday, the 27th of May, all the way through to June 2nd. So that, and I'll have a special host code. You'll see that posted here within the hour. But I'm going to be sharing one of these class types every month, at least through the end of October. And the hope is that that'll be an ongoing thing. So wanted to share that. I'm just so happy that you stopped by. Please comment, share, and I do have a link that if you would like to join my email list so you know about all of my events and any special Stampin' Up! Might share, that is your best way to find out. So, all of that, thank you again. Look forward to seeing you next week, May 30th, at my free online class. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks. Bye-bye.